Welcome to the magical world of perfumes. When we think of perfumes, we think of France. We think of Europe. But knowledge of perfumery arrived there only in the 14th century. This was brought to Europe by returning crusaders from Arabia. So where and when did perfumery start? The earliest perfumes were distilled in the Indus Valley civilization in 3000 BC. They were used as Ayurvedic preparations. Around the same time, people from Far East Asia also started using scented incense for religious and therapeutic purposes. The world's first chemist lived in Mesopotamia in 1200 BC, and the oldest perfumery existed nearby in Cyprus. It was a 40,000 square foot room, about 40 times larger than a standard 4-bedroom apartment. Singapore back then was a wild, uninhabited island, which worked well for its orchids. Unfortunately, in the last century, many of these native orchids have disappeared. The surviving 200 were documented and preserved. Many of these orchids, especially the ones pollinated by bees, have beautiful scents. You'll be using some of these rare, beautifully scented orchid fragrance oils today.
To start your journey, we will ask you to take a personality test. And this is what you will make and take home. So, let's start taking the test. Please answer all the 20 questions and choose only one answer per question. Now, count how many of your answers are A, and write the number in row A. Next, count how many answers are B, and write the number in row B. Similarly, count how many C, D, and E you have, and write the numbers in rows C, D, and E respectively. Now, multiply numbers in the first column with 3. This will be the number of drops. Here is the table of 3 for your reference.
Let's see what it means to be citrus. Citrus are fun-loving, athletic, humorous, playful, and happy to chat and joke with people. They choose jobs that allow them flexible working hours and hands-on experience. The ideal job will also have elements of risk and excitement. People with citrus personality have a can-do attitude and are open to trying new ideas. They are first movers when it comes to trying new technology or a new product. Citrus people are spontaneity and live in the moment. Sometimes their playful nature gets them into trouble, particularly with their supervisors, who wonder that they are not being serious. This usually doesn't bother citruses because they are optimistic and believe that everything will work out in the end. They genuinely believe in their ability to adapt and adjust. They shy away from commitments and prefer freedom. Their biggest fear is fear of control. They see options everywhere and think they cannot and should not plan. Their travel plans include novel and exciting things. They are always on lookout to meet new friends, activities, and sensations. They love outdoor hobbies, motorcycling, and are open to trying skydiving and bungee jumping. Citrus will make decisions on logic and not emotions. Older citruses sometimes struggle with insomnia and forgetfulness. They also have time management issues, as their mind is often buzzing with ideas. Please note that we are talking about a 100% pure citrus personality. We request that you adjust the analysis down to your own citrus number. For example, my number is 2, so I am only 10% citrus. Citrus perfume ingredients are often top notes like lime, lemon, neroli, bergamot, yuzu, etc. My perfume ideally should only have 10% of this category. Rest of 90% should be dedicated to other categories.
We are now ready to meet the Fresh Personality. Fresh Personality is the most common of all the personalities, and they love the scent of fresh air, cut grass, and seawater. They are direct, hardworking, objective, humorous, observant, and efficient. They have a natural grasp of logistics and can quantify operations and plans easily. People with fresh personality are called functional extrovert, which means they enjoy talking and engaging with others, but can adopt a role of listener whenever needed. They value tradition and experience. If something has worked in the past, they don't see the need to change it. They are also task-oriented thinker and like dealing with people, so they tend to succeed as managers. Majority of fresh personality are open to taking calculated risks, and they are logical and strategic. As a result, they are a natural entrepreneur. Wherever they are, they like to collect people and work in a cohesive group. They are great team players and treasured employees. In personal life, they are happy-go-lucky, open-minded, and easy partners. They enjoy hobbies that make them use their hands and are found playing or watching sports. They also love to fix things around the house. Fresh ingredients are supposed to have the oceanic and sea salt vibe. They have to capture the scent of outdoor breeze and the mist of surf crashing on rocks. Some ingredients are cut grass, spearmint, basil, aniseed, camphor, and eucalyptus. Some of these ingredients, particularly eucalyptus and other mints, can cause decongestion. Think of Vicks VapoRub, Tiger Balm, Happy Nose, and Himalaya Cold Balm, amongst others.
Let's meet florals. They are dreamers. They are soft. They are caring, romantic, creative, friendly, and supportive. They like soft scent of lily, lotus, rose, and sakura. They see patterns and possibilities everywhere. They like working in jobs that allow them to transmit their creative ideas through words. They also enjoy work that are developing people. Hence, they enjoy being psychologist, counselor, scientist, graphic designer, writer, HR manager, and professor. They make decisions using their gut feeling. This often baffles people who like to analyze data and make a rational decision based on information. Florals are altruistic and give listening ear to strangers and friends alike. They trust people and believe that no matter how bad the person is, there is good at the end. They are often introverts and do not like talking about themselves and fail to communicate their issues. This lack of communication makes them quite important things. They need environment where their passion can be harnessed. Otherwise, they feel detached and lonely. They are keen observers and easily understand human motivation and desires and seek to address them. This makes them an agony aunt, a role they play well and regularly, but they fail to show their true feelings to most people. They have an inner circle of 2 to 3 people. Only these few people know how a floral truly feels. Florals have a deep desire to change the world to a better place and help people in need. As a result, they always prioritize other people's emotions over theirs. Their hobbies may include painting, listening to classic, going to art gallery, reading old literature, amongst others. Their friends describe them as very caring, but somehow detached and mysterious.
It's time to meet Woody. They are the guardian of the house. They are serious, conscientious, meticulous, and careful. They ensure that the duties and tasks assigned to them are done properly and adequately. They have an overbearing sense of responsibility, and they pay attention to details and often have vivid memory. They like the scent of wood, incense, earth after rain, and herbs. To them, duty comes above all. They choose jobs that offer them job security over other things. They do well as doctors, accountants, librarians, loan officers, childcare workers, purchasing managers, tax examiners, tellers, opticians, dentists, and building managers. They seek balance in personal and professional life, often working too hard at both fronts. Their friends often ask them to lighten up a little. They pride themselves as being a good parent that provides well for the family's well-being, while being a worker their organization can depend on. Woody are called perfect planners, but not good planners. They plan everything according to time, not according to their feelings. For them, comfort of everyone in the family or friend circle comes before their own. They dress traditionally and conservatively and look prim and proper most of the time.
Meet Oriental. They are rational, pragmatic, intellectual, and enjoy jobs that allow them to explore their ideas through logical investigation. They like to invent new methods and technologies. They believe that to achieve their goals, they should explore all possibilities. Orientals are less interested in developing plans or making decisions. They would rather spend time generating possibilities and ideas. They are fluent conversationalists, mentally quick, and enjoy verbal sparring with others. Their perfect job will be to be a lawyer, scientist, financial analyst, top executive, architect, economist, or mechanical engineer. For new ideas from friends, they can be highly skeptical and will debate intensely. They simply enjoy the logical stimulation that comes from it. In their free time, they love reading about science and technology. They are so driven and focused that they forget to eat or sleep. When presented with a problem, they're good at improvising and quickly coming up with a creative solution. Creative, clever, curious, and theoretical, they have a broad range of possibilities in their lives.
So let's start smelling them one by one. Also, please close the bottle immediately after smelling. Otherwise, your nose will get tired.
Rank each oil based on your liking. For example, if you liked citrus 1 just a bit, assign 3 tick marks to it. If you dislike the oil smell, mark it X. If you really love the scent, you can give it a better rating, perhaps a 7 or so. Now you know which oils you like more than others. Next step is to decide how many drops you will be using from each of these oil bottles that you have selected. Let's look at the personality test and we will proceed from there. As per my chart, I have to use 12 drops from citrus and I have selected 3 oils. Hence, I will be using 4 drops from citrus 1, 2 drops from citrus 4 and 6 drops from citrus 5. You should also make your selection the same way. Ideally, you should choose more drops from your favorite oils and less from not so favorite. I have to use total of 9 drops from the fresh oil selection. This time I have decided to split the drops equally, which is 3 each from 3 different bottles. is easy for me. I love the smell of Floral 5 and I have to add 15 drops. So I will be assigning all the 15 drops to Floral 5. Same for Woody. All the 15 drops go to Woody too in my case. And now the last one. 9 drops of Oriental are assigned to Oriental too.
Now, we will put our citrus ingredients in the bottle. Please ensure that the drop is very tiny. It looks like so. Also, try to maintain the drop sizes. Uneven drops could make the final perfume different from the samples. This is the end of our first perfume sample. We are now ready to make another one. For the second sample, we will not smell the bottles again. Instead, we will look at the formula sheet and vary the number of drops based on your memory. If it's extremely urgent, you may smell 1 or 2 bottles. But try not to do so, because your nose is very tired at this time. So the best way would be to vary the drops using your memory and let the nose relax.
Let us explain step by step. For sample 2, you will have to come up with a new number of drops for each category. You can choose to increase or decrease each category as and how you want it to be. If you really like floral scents, you can choose to increase the number of drops for it and decrease the number of drops from other categories that you like lesser. For example, I had 21 drops of floral in my sample 1. I would now like to increase to 25 drops. Similarly, I do not like citrus scents that much. I would choose to decrease it to 3 drops. Now, my number for each category will be different. My citrus category is now 3 drops, 15 fresh, 25 floral, 14 woody, and 3 oriental drops. Still, total of 60 drops. Let's put these drops in second bottle to make sample 2. Follow your preference and let your creativity run.
And now let's compare these and see which one we like. I will put the first sample on the right hand and the second sample on the left hand. You should also try them on your skin. It's time to decide. Which one do you like? I like sample 2, and this is going to be my final big bottle. Since I have chosen sample 2, I will multiply sample 2's drops with 10 and write it in the final section. You can start doing the same. After you are done with the documentation, you can start putting these 600 drops in the final bottle. Close the bottle when you're done, and your perfume is ready to use. Thank you for your time. This was a brief introduction to perfumery. Typically, A perfumer needs 3 years of college, 2 years of masters, and 5 to 10 years of practice to get a proper understanding of the perfume world.